Ndị be anyị ekenekwanụ m unu. Anyị si ka nkonye chiri ya zelu. Anyị si n'ụbọchị nketa adịrị na anyị na mma na ya dịka echi na echi ada agwụ agwụ. Otu anyị kwuru otu akwa ya dịrịrị ise ise ise. Dịka o si dị tupu anyị egosi unu ya bụ ife anyị ji maka ya wee bịa n'iru akwụkwọ. Ọ bụ na nke ụbọchị izi gị na-esonyere anyị kaba alụ ka ị like ya subscribe or turn on notification so that kina miss any of our updates dịka isi wetara na Eastern News 24. Alright, if I Jumakia will be one of our brother activists in the United States of America, would update to Jumakia with Benny Rokuko. Quote, Simon Ekpa's update, Trump Putin to intercede for Biafran. Afenifere called for Nnamdi Kanu's release. Yab discussion, Kai Jumakia, where Benny Rokuko, no Bossiwuru Chinketa. Tontina no Fuma, Kenoka Yabi Fesiaga. If a drop or if you channel Kegi. All right, over to you, sir.
No more time for dialogue. The days of dialoguing is gone. We are saying Simon Ekpa must be released by Finland, and Nnamdi Kanu has no case to answer in that zoo called Nigeria. At this point, before I start this analysis, I want us to please avoid attacking or insulting the ex-wife of His Excellency, Mazi Simon Ekpa. She is not the stakeholder when it comes to the Biafra movement. All she did was to give us a message. She passed on a message. Something that is not right for her to do because she is not the legal team. She is not the legal representative of Simon Ekpa. So today, I would like to call on the Biafra government and other stakeholders out there to please let us know the legal team representing Simon Ekpa. Don't tell me it is in the secret. There is no way we can have a prime minister in the status or in the stature of Simon Ekpa, and somehow the legal team are being kept private. For what reason? We're in the Western world. The moment you have a case in the Western world, the first thing that you have the option to do is to have your legal team or to have the government solicit somebody that will be there for you to play the role of your legal defense team. So please, I would love to call on Dr. Ngozi Orabueze to please update us on this information. This key information is still missing. We still don't know the legal team representing Simon Ekpa, His Excellency, in this squashed up case that the zoo government has brought upon him. The earlier we know those representing Simon Ekpa, the better. We're in a government now, that's what we say, so we must know those representing our prime minister. That way, we can be expecting updates directly from the legal team, not the ex-wife of Simon Ekpa, which is why I'm saying going forward, I will advise Biafrans to please let her be. Allow Marian to be. She has no dog in this fight. All she did was to go and visit her ex-husband, Mazi Simon Ekpa. It is called conjugal visitation or conjugal visit, where your partner, your ex-wife, your wife will be allowed to have time with you. And last time she said she spent 3.5 hours. I said before that legal team, maximum they will spend with you is 30 minutes. Because it's expensive to have a legal team for 1 hour in most cases. They come in, they give you a brief. Once they give you the brief, they take some info from you and they are gone. Maximum 1 hour. So somebody who is seeing our leader for 3.5 hours is not the legal team. She is just a legal advisor in the job they were working before. So please, the legal team, or I'm saying the government of Biafra, this is something that we, the Biafrans, has to know. We must know the legal team of Simon Ekpa. They must come in the public and update us. The same way in the zoo, we have seen Aloy Ijimako and those guys, what's the other one's name? Maxwell, Okpara, and the rest of them. They come to update us on the affairs in the zoo. Speaking of Nnamdi Kanu, I want us to please listen to what the zoo they are doing. Respect to our brothers, the Yoruba nation. Respect to those stakeholders from the Yoruba nation who are speaking on behalf of His Excellency, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I wanted to listen to what the media are saying in the zoo. Today we shall focus on the media. Listen to what our sister is saying. Our sister, Ojiokbe, when it comes to the activities of Afenifere, calling for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. If you are ready, let's go there. Watch this.
Well, in another development, the leadership of the Yoruba social cultural group Afenifere has called on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to release the detained leader of the indigenous peoples of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. The group said on Tuesday that fair hearing for the IPOB leader may no longer be guaranteed due to controversial and conflicting legal proceedings in different courts. The group also argued that Kanu should be released in the interest of justice and national reconciliation, and that there is no justification for his continued detention without trial. Dr. Abati, the group described him as a political detainee, but it's just I was quite interested in this story because, Afenifere is the Yoruba group and then IPOB is the Igbo group. Go ahead.
Hold on, my sister. IPOB is not the Igbo group. Which can talk with this one now? IPOB, the indigenous people of Biafra. It is the acronym representing the 80 million Biafrans living at home and abroad. Please, it is not a group. Don't make that mistake. IPOB is the acronym of the people, the indigenous people of Biafra. Don't call us a group, please. This is a mistake you are making. IPOB also represents you. You are part of the family. You are from Delta State. Last time I checked, Kaduna and Ziogu hails from Delta. So please don't make this mistake. My sister, please. I am begging you. Don't call us a group. We are bigger than that now. We are now a nation. The rebirth of a nation. But let's continue.
Yeah, Afenifere, under the leadership of Baba Adebanjo, has been very consistent in saying that, look, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be freed and that a political solution should be found to this particular case. And now this particular meeting was presided over at the home of Chief Adebanjo in Sonyaugbo in Ogun State, which is where the Afenifere usually meets. And, the Oba Oladipo Olaitan and our good friend Prince Faloye signed this particular statement. One, they are asking that Nnamdi Kanu, should be released because this will look like something that can be resolved in the interest of national unity and reconciliation. So Afenifere is consistent in that regard. Now, it's an issue that came up under President Buhari. President Buhari said at the time that the courts should be allowed to do their job. But the wheel of justice grinds very slowly in Nigeria. And now Afenifere is taking up the matter again, saying President Tinubu should look at this matter and make sure it is resolved. That's one. Two, the group also decided that Dele Farotimi is now the National Organizing Secretary of Afenifere, as a sign of support and a recognition of his activism, and commitment within the public space. But Dele Farotimi himself has not spoken. There were other issues in that statement, but the key one would be about state police. Afenifere also said, look, there's clear evidence that the time has come for state police. We know that the governors, 36 of them, have already endorsed state police. So that's precisely, and Afenifere as a body, social-cultural body, is acting within its legitimate rights to express its own views But will the president listen?
That's another.
That's the question.
Yeah, so you talked about President Buhari. I mean, this happening under his time. Well, in another development...
Hold it there, my sister, before you go up there and discuss all those things. You know, I want to draw the attention of my people from the Yoruba side. With all due respect, we do appreciate what you've done. But I hope now it is clear to you all that this thing called the so-called arrest and the detention of Nnamdi Kanu has gone beyond what even Tinubu can deal with all due respect. The issue with Nnamdi Kanu is bigger than the one they call Jagaban. You know, we, the Biafrans, we are not the type that bite our tongue for no one. We call a spade a spade. We say things the way things are. We know that those who are holding Nnamdi Kanu are the caliphate. Those that went all the way to Kenya to kidnap him. So please, you know, miss me with all this plea and jojo and begging. Begging for what? What has he done wrong in your zoo called Nigeria? What has he done wrong? Your court says that man has no case to answer. But instead, people like Malami came and said, no, he was discharged, but not acquitted. The cabal. The Fulani cabal rules that zoo called Nigeria with all due respect. So don't expect us to come and clap hands for you guys for saying the obvious. All we are saying to you all is for you to understand. We know Nnamdi Kanu will not get any justice in Nigeria. Not legally and not what you call a political stuff. We don't get involved with those nonsense. The only way we the Biafrans will release Nnamdi Kanu is through a prisoner exchange. Those were the words of our Prime Minister, His Excellency, Mazi Simon Ekpa. And to today, I am re-echoing the words of Simon Ekpa. I am sharing the sentiments. I believe that the only way Nnamdi Kanu will be released will be through a prisoner exchange. You can go on and say what you want to say, beg them. You beg them for what? Equity, fairness, justice. You are begging them for state police, something that is obvious for you zoo people out there. But no, you are begging the government to do what is right. We know what's going on. That's why we say we are done with that thing called Nigeria. Afenifere, I will advise you guys to focus more on your land. The Yoruba land. They are coming. They have come to your land. Oyo State is next. Ekiti State. There is a Sharia court there now and they are functioning. So yes, thank you for speaking on behalf of Nnamdi Kanu. But we the Biafrans will show no weakness. We bow down to no one but God. I will advise you to focus on the speck in your own eyes before you try to assist us. Because we've been doing all the begging all these years. All these years we've been begging for equality. You claim you believe in one Nigeria. We the Biafrans were the ones that we went through the whole states. Building, improving in every state that we find ourselves. Doing businesses, employing people, buying lands, real estates. Yet, they still hate us with a passion. So we are done with this thing called Nigeria with all due respect. So thanks. But I'm sorry, your plea will go unheard because we know Nigeria very well. We know the Nigeria you are dealing with. We know the devil when we see one. And Nigeria is worse than the devil. At this point, my fellow Biafrans, I want to take you to a new dimension to see what is happening in the heartbeat of the Biafrans living in that zone called Nigeria. Let's go there. At this point, my people, let's take it back to, to feel the heartbeat. Because me, what I do is after I listen to the international news, I also go to the local to hear what the Biafrans are saying in the local when it comes to Simon Ekpa and the debacle happening in Finland and the rest of them. At this point, my people, let me present you what they are saying in the local, the Biafrans, their own perspective of what is happening to Simon Ekpa and how we are looking towards America and Russia to step in. If you're ready, let's go there. Listen to our brother. Listen.
Finland must back out. And their backing out is not a news or surprise to me.
Okay.
Did you know why? When the two giants come together, imagine Russia and America. And let me tell you, the man that is the president of America today is Mr. No Nonsense.
Listen.
Imagine somebody in his inauguration, he did not invite anybody from Africa. The only people he recognized was Biafra.
Tell them, my brother, tell them this thing because they will pretend they didn't see it. The Nigerian news media, they will not even, broadcast it. Ojiokpe, trending news, Biafra was the only African country invited to America by Donald J. Trump. The president of your own zoo country was sitting at home. Suddenly, to sit at home was a good thing. Tinubu was sitting his ass at home. On the day of the inauguration, Biafrans were there. The Biafran government was there, flying the flag of Biafra. Ojiokpe, when would that be a breaking news in your own show? No. It's a no-go area. We understand. Don't get me wrong. I understand that Biafran topic is a no-go area for the so-called Nigeria. But let it be on record. Let it be on record that Biafra was invited by Donald J. Trump in his inauguration as the 47th president of the United States of Biafra, of the United States of America. Let it be on record. As goes the USA, so goes the USB. Let it be on record. Take it back and listen. Listen.
Imagine Russia and America. And let me tell you, the man that is the president of America today is Mr. No Nonsense. Imagine somebody in his inauguration, he did not invite anybody from Africa. The only people he recognized was Biafra.
Okay.
Are you getting it? And let me tell you again, the relationship between Putin and Donald Trump is so strong that two of them can agree on anything, and anything two of them agree.
Well said.
I don't see anybody going against him.
Well said.
Because if you say you are a BRICS, Putin is not one of them, number one in BRICS. When you talk of NATO, America is number one. Currently now, Donald Trump is the president. They are number one now in NATO.
Okay.
Coupled with the small but mighty Benjamin Netanyahu. Only one.
Okay.
That conquers millions. Now they are giving their full support, full agreement, full energy to make sure that what pertains to Biafra, no wonder it was only Biafran people was invited in that inauguration from the Africa.
Okay.
And these people, what Ambazonia, Lucas. You understand? When I was watching, I was wondering. I was imagining, why is it that even our president, Tinubu, was not there and was not even invited as a giant of Africa, as we call ourselves, or as we regard ourselves? Do you see that the Africa have lost their image, their integrity? You understand? So no wonder these people have come now. These people we invite for this inauguration. I have to look into the matter now. These people are invited to this inauguration of a thing. Pertaining to Finland case, with the Biafra that involve the detention and the delay and the freedom of Simon Ekpa in Finland, based on Nigerian agreement with Finland. You understand? They made them to even delay. I could remember some days ago, Ngozi Orabueze came outside and they voiced out, why you people are still delaying this man? Because he has met up the requirement, everything, that you did not find anything against him. Why are you still delaying? Why are you still holding him? You understand? So, and I believe that was the reason why these men, Donald Trump and Putin, coming together now to look into that matter. What is Finland actually trying to do? And let me tell you, Donald Trump in the first place and Putin, they don't like, especially Nigerian system of government. They don't like the way. I could remember when Buhari was there. When the Ukraine-Russia war started, when Buhari make a comment, Putin gave him a serious warning that this is not Africa. Shut up your mouth.
I remember.
I will deal with you.
I remember.
And our president, as at that time, shut up his mouth. He have to respect himself. You understand? And now you can see the former aide of Buhari and the current aide of Tinubu now have cautioned Tinubu. They should be very careful on the way things he said pertaining to the issue that relate to Donald Trump, because it's Mr. No Nonsense. Imagine the two Mr. No Nonsense who hate a country like Nigeria coming together on the issue of Biafra. Definitely, Finland must back out.
Finland must bow, my brother. You've called it the right way. Finland must bow. Good stuff, good riddance there. I'm happy that those in the local, at least, they are getting some level of information, some detailed information of what is happening and what is to come. Fellow Biafrans, I want you all to rejoice, because the way things are going, I think the Biafran government, we are going and treading towards the right direction. I am confident that very, very soon, Oba Tobie will be here with us. And what you saw happen in Nigeria just about 2-3 days ago, the one they call Sana Selin, the envoy from Finland that went to visit Nigeria, and suddenly the Zoom media went agog. They went around, God have mercy, coming up with their breaking news. An event that took place 4 weeks ago, they are coming with their breaking news as if it happened last Friday. That's the game they play in Nigeria. That is the problem of Nigeria. Lies upon lies upon lies. The country is going down. The country is in the gutters. The economy is gone. There is no love, no integrity, no trust. The cabal, they are angry with Tinubu for trying his best to do something a bit fair. No. He tried to do what Buhari did for 8 years. And suddenly they not. They are angry with him. The same thing when Jonathan was there. They not. And some of the Afonjas, I will not say the Yorubas, I'll be careful. The Afonjas, they were angry with him. When it is someone from the eastern region, or I will say the Biafran region, the North and the Yoruba will come together to attack that person. When the person is from the southwest, the Biafrans will maintain their peace while the North will attack them, as we are seeing in the case of Tinubu. Fellow Biafrans, I want to assure you that very, very, very soon, Oba Tobie will be here with us. And for the case of Nnamdi Kanu, unfortunately, the only way he'll be released is through a prisoner exchange. Let the Zoo government embellish on the fact that, yes, they now have the most beloved person from Biafra land. They have in custody a man loved by all. And because of that, they are reminiscing about the 1966 coup of what happened, the one they call Kaduna and Ziogo, despite only 2 people out of the 14 so-called coup plotters were from the eastern side. We're Igbos, if you want to say that. Only 2 out of 14 were Igbos. But Britain came and told them, target an Igbo coup, and that way the whole country will come under your command and you will attack the Igbos. That was how they succeeded in causing the pogrom, the mayhem, the killing of the Biafrans from 1966. It's been going on. But it was more profound in the 1966. They were killing us so much. Even Agui Ironsi was killed as well. And it gave our leader, Ojukwu, no other option than to protect the people of Biafra. They won't tell you that. They will tell you he went to war. No. All he did was to protect the people of Biafra. When he told them to come back to the eastern region. Wherever you are, come back to the eastern region. And that was the only place their security was ensured. Unfortunately, Nigeria, under the one they call Jack, Yakubu Gowon, came to the land of the eastern region, known as Biafra, to commit a genocide. I will say the way it is. That's why we are saying no more going back. We are done with Nigeria. Unfortunately, Nnamdi Kanu to them is a prized asset. They see him as something they can hold for the revenge of the death of Ahmadu Bello and the rest of them. So the only way he can regain his freedom is through a prisoner exchange, as said by Simon Ekpa himself, our Prime Minister. So soon and very soon, that's the only way he will regain his freedom. Forget all the begging of the presidency. Forget those nonsense. Begging and begging will not solve the problem. Let the cowards go and beg for something that belongs to them. Only a fool will beg when you have done no wrong. We ain't cowards. We shall demand the release, the unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu. And if they don't do it, then the best way to release them will be through a prisoner exchange. And they know the meaning of what we mean by a prisoner exchange. A favor for a favor. That day is coming very, very soon. That day is coming very, very soon. God bless you. I'm out of here.
Biafra must be restored, for there is nothing the enemies can do about it. You brought Biafra that light may come into Africa. You gave us hope because we are in a continent of hopelessness. And by thy grace, Biafra shall be restored. We shall be resurrected. We shall crown our efforts with the glory by the grace of the Most High Himself. We are not strong. We do not pretend to be strong. All we do is to submit ourselves to your will, that your will may be done upon our lives. We have lost many people. We have lost so many good people. Their sacrifice will never be forgotten. We shall honor them, and for their sake, Biafra will come. Because we are wandering all over the world, hoping against every hope that things will turn around for the better. It has never turned around for the better. Instead, it is getting worse. Please do not abandon your children. You have given us a commission, and we must accomplish it in our lifetime. Our enemies are equally important because they must listen. Those who do not love the truth must listen. Those who are beholden to darkness, they must also listen. For we are here to bring light upon a very darkened continent without Biafra. Africa is nothing without Biafra. There is no difference between a black man and a wild animal in the forest. We say with every ounce of conviction. I welcome each and every one of you. If you're joining us for the very first time, this is Radio Biafra. This is how we do it. We magnify the name of the Most High before we do anything. That is why we are exceptionally formidable. That is why...
ndị be anyị gwadalụla nne nnukwu unu si wee na-esore anyị n'ụbọchị nke taa na Eastern News 24 ebe anyị si wee na-ewetara ya bụ ozi ka ife ụdị ikwu n'ụdị nke gị gbasịta maka ya bụ ife nwanna anyị kwugasị n'iru akwụkwọ mana tupu anyị aga n'iru biko kabarụ ketụsa ya bụ ozi ị na-anụ n'iru akwụkwọ n'ụbọchị nke taa kọrọta ụmụnna anyị ndị na-ebe dị iche iche ntị ka ọ bụrụ ife mmụta wee nye ka emesịa na ụmụnne m